University of New Mexico, and the fans here are fired up for this clash. Today, we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the Air Force Falcons taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the New Mexico Lobos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Falcons will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So New Mexico's offense takes the field. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Off play action on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Lobos will snap it on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He's moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to...
And it's intercepted. He tried to set up the screen, and the defense was right there. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Makes his connection. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed.
Going for it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. The Falcons are threatening on 1st and goal. Fires into traffic, picked off. Inside the 50, the 30, the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Lobos. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Harris. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Falcons will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. He wants to throw. Quarterback extends the play. At the 35, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. Quarterback empties his backfield. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Escapes the sack. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. He'll try to pop the draw. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Lobos are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, looking for a man. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, New Mexico! What a catch and run for 6. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be quick and early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now on 1st down from the 30. He's going to pass. Throwing right. He makes a catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Looking for the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
And and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He's going to let one go back to the middle. Touchdown, Falcons! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
14, Air Force 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Miller. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Lobos will bring the punt team onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
On the return, it's Harris. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Skips away from pressure. Throws to the wideout. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Touch pass on the run. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. And the D deny them on second and goal. Wants to throw. It's Hayes. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Miller. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. to the ground with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Lobos will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Harris. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Throws for the tight end. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Lobos.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. Where are they? Where is the defense? You've got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
And the Lobos will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Falcons!
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by a field goal over Clemson. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. Just ran over it. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. The Lobos will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The play action fake. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack. You use the play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, they weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't. And it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one. They got dudes beating some blocks, lots of speed in the front of that defense. You saw it on that play.
And the Lobos will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They're trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Falcons decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Miller. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He's looking to throw it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
So now on comes the field goal unit.
Number 26 on the field goal.
And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Looking for a crease, it's Harris. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hayes. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him.
Just steamrolling the defense. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, give on the inside. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Trying to impose their will with the run. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down
the offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
And they'll take over.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They go to the ground. Bust through behind his pad. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Smashes it between the uprights. And they've regained the lead. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone. It's Miller. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. pulled and finds his man on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The Lobos are on the move. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw. Everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying to get to him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Hayes. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10.
31, New Mexico, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jess. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. And the Lobos racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. On the ground, it's Harris. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. And the Falcons look to do some damage in the red zone. The give to the tailback. Got enough space, and He's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Falcons. We sensed a great deal.